Okay, today's video we are going to talk about another YouTube strategy, specifically a YouTube ad funnel, which is a series of different YouTube ads that you can run in conjunction that'll work really good. Where each individual video, including the first one in that whole series of videos, will be profitable, but they work really good when they're together. And I'm going to go through with you what that whole sequence is that we're now using on our clients' Facebook campaigns. When we are able to do it, we have some cooperation with the client to go out and make the videos that we need to put this kind of a funnel together. But the reason I came out with this video today specifically was to let you know that with the new type of video that we found really works well on YouTube, we're able to get less than a penny a view. Yes, it reads right, 0.005, so less than a penny or less than 1 cent per view from YouTube ads or running the YouTube ads that you have, which is a lot of people, that's just unheard of. I'm going to be able to tell you how you could replicate that on your own end. Of course, if you're in the right market, if you're in a super competitive market going after CEOs selling enterprise software, you're not going to get half of a cent view or per view because the audience that you're marketing to gets a lot more expensive, and no matter, you might be able to get a 5 cent view, but not a half of a cent view. And that's about the ratio you're talking about. You can get a 5 cent view. Normally, or in other words, this cuts the amount, your cost per view almost by 10x, or sorry, 90%. So if you were paying, 5 cents a view and you go to this new strategy, this new video type I'm going to give you here, you'll be at a half a cent per view using this new kind of video strategy for yourself. So I'm going to go what that video strategy is and then the kind of clients that we're using it for. What kind of video and I give you real examples of the type of video content that was in those videos to carry out this strategy. And then I'm going to go through the whole funnel that you're going to use after that particular video once you're already getting good results with that to leverage what you've created for yourself even more or to the maximum level. So with that said, what is this particular video that gets a half of a cent per view in a good chunk of markets, or the average market, we'll just say? So what you want on YouTube ads, if you want super cheap views, which the cheaper the cost per view, the higher your profit is, assuming your video is still of similar quality, because you have more chances at you just have more sales opportunities there, for your money, for what you're paying. Is you want to come out though, to get the cheapest view possible, cost per view possible, you want to come out with super short, as we found, super short and concise content, video content that captures the user's attention right away. So think about how TikTok has really blown up, and then also YouTube Shorts. Why are these so popular now? Because they get your attention right away, and there's no, let me tell you about this and blah, 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 blah. It gets right down to the nitty gritty of what a person wants to see, and they don't have to invest a large amount of time to get a lot of value out of the content. So what you'll see, video ads on YouTube, or excuse me, on Facebook for a long time, advertisers have known to use shorter style videos to get across the message on Facebook because you only have so much time before they'll scroll away. But for some reason with YouTube ads, people have not done this or really exploited it yet that well, to where you can get the user's attention at a higher rate and you can keep their attention throughout what you want to show them at a higher rate, which leads to a cheaper cost per view, which will result in more money in your pocket if you went with a more snappy, TikTok style video content that's still business related. We are actually running basically short videos like that. They're about 30 seconds long that are real snappy, has the base content that they want to see, your results, what you're delivering, or how your product actually, what's the core benefit of it, without any intros or long form demonstrations, and with that getting a half of a cent cost per view and more than half of the markets where we try this in. And of that, that's not the only thing. We're able to get 90+% of people to watch all the way through that video, to 100% of the video. Because well, you've got to have your video targeted well. It doesn't matter how good the video is or how concise it is. If it's the wrong type of person it's shown to, you're not going to get 90% of your people to watch it all the way through. But, you target your competitors. If you sell a hair regrowth product and you're targeting your competitors' hair regrowth product videos, you have this short style video that has really hard-hitting content in a small package, very, very efficient, very concise, very snappy. You will actually get half-second views or half a cent views as well, and get 90+% of the people to watch it all the way through, because it's the perfect content for the perfect person, and therefore you have the best chance of making your campaigns work with video ads in general for your company. So, with that said, I call these videos these short 20 to 40 second range videos that contain just the results we're getting for clients, or just what this product actually will do for you. Sizzle reels, which is actually not a made up term I made. I just call it sizzle reel for what we're doing inside our firm. And you can Google sizzle reels, sizzle videos, and this is not a new concept. So you can get some ideas of what other people are doing for sizzle reels. But this is the type of video ad that we're going to run that's going to get us half of a cent per view and 90% of people watching the video content all the way through. The cheaper the cost per view and the higher the percentage of the video that gets watched each time, the more ROI you're going to have from your video ad campaign there. Those are the two main factors. You got to be able to get it high view rate, which means they're not clicking the skip button. If you get a lot of people clicking the skip button, you're actually assuming non-skippable videos, which is the only type of video I recommend on this channel, by the way. Because every time they click the skip button, you technically don't pay for it right away, but your cost per view now goes up. There's no free lunch. You're trying to get as many people to not want to click the skip button, because that drives down the cost per view. Because basically you're paying for your ad to show 1,000 times. If half of them click skip, you're paying for half of the people to never even see your ad, is essentially how you can think of this. So if they're not clicking the skip button very often because you have something that's hitting them with the content and the value right now, and then the content delivers throughout that whole 30 seconds, there's no dry aspects to it, there's no gaps in what grabs the user's attention, everything, it's exciting all the way through, you're going to get a high percentage to watch it all the way through and get the whole point of what you had to show them in that video there to start with. So anyway, a sizzle reel is a good strategy or video ad type, if you will, to run with your YouTube ads, because they're getting such low cost per views, and they're also highly profitable because they're getting watched all the way through. So that's something you should consider if you've tried YouTube ads and you haven't quite gotten it to work yet, or you just want to make more from your YouTube ads in general. YouTube ads, if you haven't tried YouTube ads before, YouTube ads are pretty much like the Facebook ads were in 2017. Not everybody's quite using them all the time yet, and they're working like crazy. Or 2016 Facebook ads, 2016, 2017, somewhere in there, I would say. So they're going to get to be more popular. People are catching on, but they're still nowhere near that utilized yet. Therefore, the cost of running them is still really cheap. I'm going to say by 2026, 27, the major wins that you're getting underpriced attention on YouTube right now, whereas it was underpriced on Facebook for a while, 2012 to 2017. This is YouTube's time. So you should give it a shot, particularly if you're able to get Facebook ads to work. YouTube should work for you as well. You can get in front of the same people or the same type of people with the similar content. There's no reason why you can't get it to work, particularly if you use the advice I'm giving to you on this video. So with that said, if you have a very quick demo of your product or service, what's done with your service, or a video demonstrating your customer's results. So some of you guys, there's not a lot to show. If you're selling a blender, you could show the results of the item being blended, but in that case, what would be more exciting to your user is to show the item being blended, the item, food being blended, not showing the food after it's blended. Or for some other people, obviously, if you're selling a diet product, it's more exciting to see what the end result is. So you would then focus on demonstrating your customer's results. So you'll go demonstrating how to use, or using it, or demonstrating the results. And it doesn't have to be one or the other, but those are the two things that you're focusing on in these sizzle reels to get the most out of it and to get these predictable results every time, like we're getting every time we use this type of video ad for our clients. You combine that with high beat, high tempo music, as we found works best. Da 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 da, because it gets the user's attention a little bit more. It's not something that you typically see on a YouTube ad, right? Normally the YouTube ad is, hey, blah 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 blah, or it looks like just a regular ad you would see on old school television, and you have this short, snappy video that nobody's doing, and that right now is particularly really hot, and I'm sure it will be hot for a while. 2023, 2024, and so forth, that people want to see this style of content because it's engaging. It really gets the user's attention, and it gets the user's attention more when you use that music to grab, a little bit, to get that person's attention right from the start and then throughout the video. On top of that, like I said, the video, you want it to last 20 to 40 seconds, in that range. YouTube can get views that if you do all those things, you focus on doing the demonstrating of the product or showing the results, whatever you think is going to get what the consumer is going to prefer more. You don't just pick one or the other because it's easier. What does the consumer prefer? Using a high tempo, high beat music, pairing that with high tempo music and something that's 20 to 40 seconds long, you too can get a cost per view on your videos for less than a penny each, and get 90% of the people to watch that video all the way through, because it's pretty much matches exactly the type of video that people would watch if they're going to watch one. If they're going to watch an ad, the type of ad that they would actually want to see. It actually is helping them, and put it in a way that's as least boring as possible, which is the main thing that gets you the results that you're getting on this particular strategy. So the videos, while they don't have a good full pitch, so I have a video on this channel about how to create a sales script for YouTube ads on this channel, which typically for quite a while I was just typically using that format. And that format would be like, do you have this problem? Because this particular product solves this problem. It will get rid of this, this, and this, and here is why, and here's proof that it gets, that from other people or whatnot, that it actually does do what I just said it does, and then here's where you can buy it. That's the general format that you go with. You got this problem? Great. We have a product that fixes that exact problem. And it does it because of this and this. It's proven because of this and this. Here's you want to buy it or not. And if the person has that exact problem, it's a sufficient way to get that person to know what it is, what it does, and do they want it or not. And it's a numbers game. So whereas you can't do all that in a sizzle reel, because in that sizzle reel, all you're doing is, bang, there's some results. Bang, there's some more results. Bang, there's some more results. Bang, there's some more results. You're not getting that whole, do you hate, having a blender that doesn't really blend certain types of food that well? Well, we got a blender that can do that. And it can do that because of blah, 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 blah. You're just showing the blender blending, a shoe or whatever, a rope or whatever. And you're just showing it visually. But so even though you don't get that general formula that's worked great for us forever, and what people used to do on old school television ads that worked, and pulling stuff from there that's always worked, The sizzle reel works just because your cost per view is so damn low and your rate in which they watch the whole video is so damn high, it actually will do better than the video that actually does go through the proper sales script that I just rattled off for you there. Due to the amount of more people, more shots at that person's businesses you're going to get. Like I mentioned, it will usually cut your cost per view 90% of where it was. So basically you're getting 10 times as much traffic potential to your site from the same video ad budget, 10 times as many people to know about the solution, and so forth. So basically the long form sales script, generally speaking, another way to say it is not always typically going to be 10 times more profitable or convert 10 times better than just showing the results one after another like that in the sizzle reel type of video that I was just what this video is about primarily. So with that said, you don't have to pick one or the other. You can actually use the sizzle reel video. Because the cost per view is so little, you can make money from that. It'll usually make money right off the bat without having to even have other videos in your funnel to where the payoff truly comes in or pays off the cost of running the initial video like some sales funnels need. You can then have your regular pitch right after that, which your regular pitch that you would have that says, do you have this problem? Great, because this product solves this problem, blah, 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 blah. That whole thing I just went through as far as an angle on a YouTube ad, that'll actually work 3 to 10 times better that they seen the sizzle reel video first than if they would have saw that regular sales pitch that we would usually use in a video as the first thing they seen, because now they have familiarity of your brand, your company, your product, your service, all that stuff. And so they're more likely to pay attention to it when it comes up. So it's not quite as exciting to see, but now that I know about your solution, you're going to give me a bit more information about that solution I've seen before. I'm more likely to watch it than I was before if I didn't already know what all the results that this product typically already gets, and that it gets great results in general. So with that said, your regular pitch, you would just run it after the sizzle reel. And after you got everything you can out of the sizzle reel video, you run that regular sales pitch, okay? Then you run a video after that with social proof in it. So do you have any review sites that have reviewed you? Do you have great Google reviews? Do you have great Yelp reviews? Do you have a feature? Have you been mentioned in the news? Have you been mentioned in a magazine? Have you had an article written about you on an industry related site? All that stuff, or you have testimonials specifically from specific customers, and you load all that up into one video. So that because at that point, they already know you got their attention with a very efficient video, that sizzle video. Use that to get your in and to see the full sales pitch. At that point, if they haven't bought yet or haven't been to your site yet, it's a matter of will it work for me? A lot of people, new marketers don't understand that you can show them everything about your product or service. Sometimes people think, well, yeah, it works for most people, but I don't think it'll work for me, because people don't have a lot of confidence in themselves. The more stuff that you can show them about it working for other people and different types of people, different races of people, different genders, different age brackets, and more people that authority figures have said that it also works, the more they're going to believe that it will also actually work for them. And so you have to not just show 1 or 2 things. Showing them 15 things is much, much better. You do you use what you have, but you have a video. Then at that point, to scoop up the rest of the people who said, I don't know if it'll work for me yet, with that social proof video. And then once you've done that, then if they still haven't bought, they're just procrastinating, some of them, not all, but some you will never buy. But the ones that have the potential, there'll be certain people that, of the people who haven't bought, there'll be people who will never buy, and then there's people who say they're going to buy, have good intentions to buy, but they're just not ready to do it yet. Either they're busy, they don't want to, it's work to get out the credit card, that takes time and effort to put in your credit card in your website or whatnot, or call the order. They're waiting to get paid, and they've gotten paid now, but they didn't remember your initial product or service because they forgot about it. And then what you have is another final ad with a one-time offer on it. And so, let's say they were waiting to get paid, which is a very common thing. Oh, I'm going to order this product on Friday when I get paid. They get paid on Friday. It's Saturday now. They still got the money. You have an ad that shows up saying, this product that you now know of, because you saw all about it with our initial 3 videos here, we're offering a July 4th special for 7 days only. We're going to give you an extra 10% off the product if you order by July 5th. And then that gets that person who is normally like they were procrastinating before because they were waiting to get paid. But, they may have, they're going to buy, but they're going to I'll do it on Sunday. Oh, I'll do it on Monday. And there's a lot of people who do this. If you give them a reason to do it now, you got to give them a reason to do it now to not expect them to procrastinate. Then they'll actually act now. And the more people you get to not procrastinate, the more money you're going to make from the people that you spent good money to market to it with these initial 3 videos. People have good intentions to buy from you, but they just don't want to do it quote unquote right now, and then they forget, they blow the money on something else, whatever. You want to get that customer locked down. And having a video that says you're doing a one-time special, you're not doing it ever again, if you're going to buy, this is the time, and then do that over and over again. You don't have it like literally lined up in a row, but every month you have a different reason why you're offering a promo. You're not saying potentially this is the only time we're going to do it, but July special, 10% off till X date, that ends. Then you have another ad that just says, August special, and you just keep doing that because that's a part of your sales funnel. There's almost never, ever a sales funnel that I put together that involves online advertising that doesn't end with a one-time offer ad and doesn't update regularly, because it works so extremely effective in getting those procrastinating people that would have just never bought because they just keep procrastinating forever and then eventually forget to buy. So it just sweeps up all of the people that are there now primed and ready to buy and just free customers all primed and ready to go with that one offer. So you run that offer at the end. So anyway, with the sizzle reel video, a lot of times you'll just be profitable with that because you're getting a view for a half of a penny and getting 90% of people to watch it and being able to afford tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people to watch your videos, seeing that showcase your results. You're going to be making a crap ton of money. With that, all these other videos, or any other video I should say that you'd run after that would work 3 to 10 times better. Now you have a lot of potential to have other videos that you may have already that you want to try marketing to them that weren't quite profitable enough before, but now will be 3 to 10 times more profitable. Therefore, they could start working for you. You're in a much better position because you have that sizzle reel video that's very good at getting someone's attention. That's a totally cold prospect to know about you and do it in a way that gets you such a low cost per view and gets attention at such an efficient rate that you can actually make money from that. And then let your other videos that aren't quite as snappy follow up after that, which now have 3 to 10 times more potential and can do a lot. It's an entryway to do a lot more marketing, even though the sizzle video does a lot in and itself. And with that, you'll make more money running other videos other than the sizzle reel video. But the sizzle reel video generally works great right at the beginning because of how efficient it is, like I said, of getting someone's attention that's totally new. Whereas a talking head video that's like, hey, do you have athlete's foot? Well, this product, blah, blah, blah. Even though that's a pretty good way to get someone's attention, it's still not quite as effective as showing someone's athlete foot, get taken away in 1 or 2 seconds, and then another foot showing, and it happening again with this product applied to the, the foot, and then it going away, and then because it's just it's like, that's just how people like to see content now. You can try to run your sizzle reel video after they've seen other videos, and that may be a way that you do things, but this is the typical order that works the best for us after testing it. So you could just stick with what works. Sizzle reel video, then your regular sales pitch, then comes your social proof, your testimonials, and then your one-time offer at the end. If you go with your regular pitch and that's working already, you could add the sizzle reel video after that and get a few extra sales potentially for your company. So, but anyway, that's the whole YouTube ads sales funnel strategy here that I wanted to share with you today, which was this series of videos right here that I just described, and with how to get a view for a half a penny or half a cent using the sizzle reel videos, and how to get 90+% of people to see your video, even if it's a 30-second video, i.e. using a sizzle reel style video. Respectively, the last thing I skipped over, did not mention yet, was about the clients where we got results using the sizzle reel. I've done this in the power tool space, so there's a specific power tool that we were marketing, and I can't tell you the exact power tool that we're marketing because we'd give away the client's actual results, but basically what, all it was is, imagine if you had a electrical reciprocating saw showing, all we did was showing how this product will cut through this type of material. It'll cut through metal, it'll cut through rock, it'll cut through, and it was just bang, 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 bang. It would show for like 1 second, it would show us cutting through rock. Then it was another second showing us cut through a board, like that, and did one after another, after another, after another. And then towards the middle of the video, how durable it is, dropping the thing from chest height, dropping it, picking up, showing that it'll keep going. There's other people running videos like this out there, but they're very, very effective. And that was particularly effective in this particular case. Tens of thousands of dollars of profit, at least, from this already. And then I'm sure this is going to just keep working for years. Now, the great thing about it is once you have one sizzle video that works, it should work for years, just like a search campaign will work. Then we also have diet programs. So we have a client that had a diet program itself where we did this. This has actually showed somebody that was in great shape, and then it went to step 1 was this, step 2 was this, step 3 was this, and the step 1 was showing the type of meal prep that they had. Step 2 was showing the type of exercise it was. Step 3, it was showing the group counseling that was involved. And then it shows another person with great results. And then their 1, 2, 3. And then just kept going through that sequence like that for the entire video until at the end, at the end, you basically also, of course, are going to have a call to action. In this case, it was, you interested, be a part of our group, and then sent the person to where they could see actual live people also talking about this, which is a really great way. I've talked about this in other videos, how you can use a Facebook group to get people's attention at a high rate. So that worked great in the diet space, also extremely profitable. Hundreds and hundreds of clients generated off that one sizzle reel video already. And I gave you some different examples of where you could do, it's like with the athlete split, but generally speaking, again, you're just showing how you got the results, or you're showing how the product or service works. Technically, your sizzle reel video, like the diet program sizzle reel video that we had, you could show the results, and then you could show how they got the results, which how they got the results is basically your product. So it could be a combination of results, and then demonstration, 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 and then results, and then mixing it up like that. That's basically your options there for your sizzle reel. And I would encourage you to go watch other sizzle reel videos and just see what they're using. Also look at what other product companies or service companies out there within and outside your space are doing on TikTok, and see how they're piecing together their stuff and get some ideas that how to actually package up an actual sizzle reel around your product that would get people's attention. You can see what gets all the views and shares and then use that as kind of inspiration. So anyway, with all that said, I will wrap it up with that. Hope you enjoyed this video. I have a ton of other video content on this channel where we have lots of other money-making strategies, where stuff that we're using at our PPC agency, which I share with you on this channel, and stuff that doesn't work, and which we also share with you here as well. It's the best content on YouTube as far as actionable steps on how to make money with Facebook, Google Ads, and any other online advertising out there. So I would encourage you to sign up and subscribe to see the stuff as we bring it to you, and stuff that's newly working like this. You'll know what the newest, hottest strategies are. If you could like this particular video, I would also appreciate it. It would help us out, get the video out to more people. And if you want to see more content like this, I also, by the way, have a blog that I've written at guaranteedppc.com/blog with step-by-step instructions on how to build PPC campaigns the way that I build them for our clients here to actually guarantee the results. So if you want to see on a more individualized step-by-step basis on how to put campaigns together that work like this, you can find great information there. So you can find other great information there on my blog. Beyond that, if you have any questions about anything I talked about as far as sizzle reel video strategy, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person that leaves me a comment on this channel, usually within a couple days' time. Before I wrap this up, I'll tell you we do have one other new program at Guaranteed PPC where we're selling actual turnkey campaigns that are working for clients in one market that want to use it in another market to start a business, either doing that business or outsourcing the work to another person and then taking a cut of all the revenue that comes in. Other campaigns where people have moved on to other more profitable campaigns, they're not using those campaigns anymore, which you can use the turnkey campaign that's been optimized, gets a set amount of results, of which can be shown and to start a turnkey business essentially for yourself. Google campaigns, some Facebook campaigns, and of which we sell for a flat rate where you get the campaign and landing page, if there's a landing page component to it, for you to be able to use on your end. If you're interested in that type of thing, you can reach out to our firm then, and we can talk about it at guaranteedppc.com. Beyond that, I'll wrap it up with that. Hope you enjoyed, like I said, and I hope to see you on my next video where we have another good strategy for you to review and consider for making money for your business. Have a good day.